Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Tuesday, October 24, 2023. The markets gapped down sizably yesterday to new 50-day lows and then rallied most of the day before giving some of it up into the close. So we're going to take a look at this morning at a pattern based upon making 50-day lows but closing above the open with a green candlestick. Let me go ahead and get it set up here. I've got all four instruments selected. Our setup's based upon entering long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now the market is pushing higher in the overnight sessions from the opening filters. I'm going to go gap direction, click on gap up. The next thing I'm going to do is grab that lowest low of the past 50 days and the close above the open. I'm going to grab both of those from the price patterns library in the active today section. So this will tell you what is true for today's session within this category so that you can just easily click on those and get them added. So I'm going to do close above the open, and then at the very bottom it's going to say day after lowest low of past 50 days. I'm going to click on that. Both of those have been added. Now I'm going to go to the indicators library, put us in a similar market environment. Yesterday, S&P closed below a 200 and below a 10-day simple moving average. Now I can click View Results. All right, here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when you are gapping up following a day that made the lowest low of the past 50 sessions, but closed above the open with a green candlestick. This is taking place below a 10 and below a 200-day simple moving average. Historically, we've got 29 samples in the S&P, 25 in the NASDAQ, 28 in the Dow, 35 in the Russell. If we take a look at the win rates on these, S&P coming in 62% of these closing above the opening print for the day. The NASDAQ down at 44%. The Dow 54%. The Russell 57%. If we look at the average moves, the average move to the downside in the S&P is larger than the average move to the upside. For the NASDAQ, they're pretty similar in size. For the Dow, the average move to the upside is larger. In the Russell, the average move to the downside is larger. So the pattern's pretty mixed overall. I'm not seeing consensus here across the board with any of these. You've got the S&P the strongest here at 62%, but the average moves are larger on the downside. The others are pretty neutral, just slightly weak there on the NASDAQ, just slightly favored on the Dow and the Russell. Hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today. We will see you next time.